In today's video, we are going to talk about all the accessories that I have fitted on this bike. Ye dekho bhai. Oh my god. Look at this. This is how hot it is in Kochi right now. That pura shade ho gaya bhai. This is going to be a breakdown of how much money I've spent on the accessories customizing this bike. But what a beautiful location. This is what Kerala is famous for, and I am so glad that I am shooting this video in such a prime location. What I have faced and what I wanted to tell you guys honestly is I am not seeing growth on YouTube, so that is something that is really bumming me out. This is my bike. This is the 2024 Kawasaki Ninja ZX10R, 2024 model in the brand new color scheme. So this has been my baby for the last 7,600 kilometers, and I've owned this bike for 14 months now. Here is a list of all the items that I have got fitted on my bike. And just to make sure that I do not miss out any item, I've made a list and I'm going to talk about it part by part. Now let's start all the way from the front. Now in the front you have this. This is called EVOTECH front spindle protector. So you have two, it comes either side, one this side and one on the other side. Now the total cost of this is 5,700 per unit. Okay, so this is 5,700 and that is 5,700. Now the main function of this is it protects your fork. So this is your fork, right? So this and that is your front fork. So it protects that. So in case of any damage, this will take the brunt of impact or will become the point of contact when the bike is sliding. In case of a crash or in case the bike tips over, this will become the point of contact. This is similar to your frame sliders. However, this is to protect the fork. So in case the bike tips over or there is a crash, you only need to replace this and not the fork. So obviously this is much cheaper than changing the fork altogether. As you guys can see over here at the back, this is your radiator guard. So below radiator guard, you also have an oil cooler guard. Now the main function of this radiator guard is to keep out any dust particles, sand or stone chippings that might go up to the radiator fan. Again, it is much cheaper to change this radiator guard rather than changing the entire radiator itself, right? One more thing I forgot to mention is over here there is something called a fork seal protector, which is a kind of a wrapping which comes around the fork. The function of that fork seal protector is similar to what your radiator guard does. Similar to this radiator guard, niche you also have your oil cooler guard. So iska bhi kaam wahi hai, same like your radiator guard. So it prevents any dust particles from going and hitting into the oil cooler. Piche ka radiator guard is something around 11,000. Moving up, then you have your windshield. So this is my PUIG Z Racer windshield. Now the total cost of this is come up to 13,000 rupees. Now इसमें भी दो तरीके आते हैं, एक Z Racer आता है and कुछ और model आते हैं. This isn't PUIG itself. Even in windshields, there are different brands. You have your MRA, you have your Zero Gravity, and you have your PUIG. All of them can be customized or all of them can be decided based on your rider height, okay? So as you guys can see, the stock wala itna height hota hai, whereas this one has come a little more higher. Obviously, the main function of this is to act as a screen and protect you from wind blast. Then one more thing I've not fitted is over here, ek Domino's ka grip aata hai, okay? The handlebar grips. Of course, it is personal preference. Some people prefer handlebar grips. They feel that they'll get more traction and they'll be able to hold it better. But I have personally not fitted it, so I cannot say it. Uske niche aata hai, this is the main thing. This is your frame slider. PUIG Pro 2.0 frame sliders. Okay, the total cost of this is 16,500 rupees. Now, like I told you, for this as well, for your axle protectors, this also works in a similar fashion. In case the bike tips over or in case of a crash, this acts as the point of contact. So as you guys can see from this profile, this is jetting out, or rather this is bulging out, and this is your fairing, right? So in case this falls, this will become the point of contact and this will take the brunt of force if the bike tips over. So then again, it is much cheaper to change the frame sliders rather than changing the fairings. Trust me, for such bikes and all super bikes, fairing costs a lot. So usse upar aate hai, ek aur aate hai, something called tank grips. Now tank grips is something that is a personal choice. Uska main kaam jab aayega when you are braking, right? So jab brake dalte ho, let's say you are sitting back, you're already in a fully tucked position and your butt is behind, okay? So then afterwards, once you start putting brake, you're going to slide aage. So once you keep sliding aage, if you have that grip, you can take grip with your legs and you can prevent yourself from going forward. If not, I'm sure all the men will understand you're going to have quite an issue. Yeah, boy. Piche aate hai, then you have your rear seat and your foot peg. So as you guys can see, this is the foot peg. So you have your rear seat and foot pegs. Now, as you guys remember, and I'm sure all of you know as well, ZX10R stock from the factory comes with a seat cowl. Okay, that's the cowl or the metallic part that gets fitted over here. If you have to buy the rear seat and the foot pegs, it is additional. Now they come as a set. If you want to buy it from Kawasaki, the total cost will come up to something around 38,000. Okay, this pura setup, including this, will come up to 38,000. Whereas I bought it from Bikers Hub, I got it sourced from Bikers Hub in Visakhapatnam, and this overall cost of this plus this cost me something around 22,000. So huge shout out to Pranav and Bikers Hub for sourcing products, the same product at a much cheaper price. And this again is a personal preference because many people will want rear seat. They will want that freedom of individual riding, independent riding. They do not want anybody sitting behind, and also for the speeds that these bikes do, it is not recommended for somebody to sit behind. But at the same time, if you have a girlfriend, if you're married, wo to banta hai, you have to buy a rear seat, because there's no way that I can buy a bike or ride on a bike where my wife cannot sit behind me. So she already feels I'm having too much fun as is with the seat. So agar seat nahi hai to fir you can imagine how much trouble I'll get into. Then afterwards, uske niche aata hai, you have this. Okay, these are your paddock spools. So like you guys can see, if these spools were not fitted, there is no any other fitting which can take the paddock, right, where the paddock can come and sit. It will directly come and sit on the swing arm, and that is going to damage the swing arm. So what we end up doing is we fit this part. Okay, this is called your spools, paddock spools. So jab wo paddock lagta hai na, it comes and fits here, and then the bike is lifted up. So whenever you go for servicing, whenever you have to do any maintenance of the bike, especially chain cleaning, lubrication and all of that, then ये काम के लिए आएगा. उसके बाद आते हैं tires. So I've had the bike, like I've told you, for 7,600 kilometers now, and I've changed this set of tires once. This is the Vredestein Centauro NS. Okay, as you guys can see, it's the Vredestein Centauro NS. This costed me a 23.5k, so 23,500 for both the front and the rear. I've had it for I think 2,000-3,000 kilometers now, and I've really liked the grip. For the price point of 23.5k, I feel this is a very good buy. Uske upar now comes the modification which makes the bike look absolutely sexy in my opinion. Comes your tail tidy. Tail light not as much, but tail tidy surely, because if you guys remember, if you had that huge fender over here, uska look makes it very domestic. But the fact that this has been removed, this fender, and you've installed a fender eliminator and installed this tail tidy, it gives an absolutely sleek, deathly look. So this is the fender eliminator kit and your tail tidy. This is the fixed low tail tidy. Now this is a TST tail tidy. I got it sourced from US. Like you guys remember in the previous video as well, I had mentioned that there are two options. Either you can get it sourced directly from US, or the second option is you buy it from India. Now in India, through all my contacts and through all my sources, the best price that I could get was 26,000. For 26,000 was for tail tidy plus your TST smoked LED light. Because I had a friend personally carrying it from USA, this price of tail tidy plus tail light came up to 20,000 for me. So there I could save 6,000. So this is the TST smoked LED light. Again, इसमें भी दो variant आता है. You have your clear light and you have your smoke light. I went for the smoke light because I feel this smoked color matches with this color and it gives an overall stealth look to the bike. So there you have it, guys. That is all the accessories that I have fitted on my bike. All the modifications I've done on my bike in the past 1 year. And mota if you calculate, it will come easily above 1 lakh. Now the main thing that you guys might be wondering is, pura bike to dekh liya, bike looks absolutely epic, but there is one thing missing, and that is the sound system. This is the stock exhaust. Okay, I've still not got the time or the money to change the exhaust. Unfortunately, as you guys will see in the next video, I've ordered a brand new helmet which costed me more than 1 lakh. So it is a personal choice. I could have spent that lakh, I could have changed the exhaust, but I feel given my job profile, it is not recommended for me to ride with a loud bike with an exhaust and create chaos. So I went for a really classy helmet. So if you guys have any guesses what the helmet might be, please do mention it in the comments. But I have to tell you guys, it's an absolute bomb helmet, a limited edition helmet, and it's going to be the first in India. So stay tuned for that video. That will be upcoming next, and I'm really excited for that video. One more thing what I've noticed is, in a lot of videos, the content creator or the person comes and stands in front of the camera because somebody else is shooting the video and he is standing and talking. Unfortunately, I do not have that luxury because I am doing this independently. If you guys feel that, I'm not showing my face on camera, it's because I do this in a motovlog way where, like you guys can see there also, I have worn a helmet, mounted my GoPro, and that is how I am talking. What I have faced and what I wanted to tell you guys honestly is I am not seeing growth on YouTube. So that is something that is really bumming me out. मेहनत तो कर रहा हूँ, I'm putting out a lot of content, I'm trying my best to generate good content for you guys, but somewhere I feel I am not getting the response from YouTube. So this would be the right time for you guys to show support, show your love. Please do mention in the comments what you guys feel I can improve upon. Maybe the lighting isn't good, maybe the video quality isn't good, maybe my content ideas are not good, maybe you don't like my voice. I don't know what it is, but I would surely like to know what the issue is. That's something that I wanted to share with you guys on a personal note. And if you guys are planning to buy a ZX10R, or if you guys are planning on modifying your Superbike, please do mention in the comments all the modifications that you guys have done for your bike and the cost associated with it. And also, if you guys feel there is some modification which I've missed out that I need to do, please do mention it in the comments, and I might, when I have the money, do that modification as well. But as per my knowledge, there's only one thing left, and that is the exhaust. Rather, I'm spending the money on helmets, so iska kahan se aayega, right? I hope you like this video. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.